Well, the other interesting political story today, has the Congress conceded defeat already? That's what the opposition claims, with some senior leaders of the Congress party already talking about whether to support a third front after the 16th of May. But the Congress is divided on what it should do, with Rahul Gandhi keen to focus on restructuring the party if things don't go their way, while others in the party are desperate to stop the BJP at any cost. Joining us in this particular segment, Mr. D. Raja of the CPI here in the studio with us. Mr. Raja, do you think that the Congress is in a sense running away from a third front from all available reports, that they're conceding defeat?
No, the issue is that Congress party has been conceding its defeat even before the final phase of polling is over.
You think they've conceded?
They have considered, otherwise they should not have opened the discussion or debate on what kind of government would come up and what would be their attitude to that government. So the Congress party has considered the defeat, that is clear, and BJP is desperate to somehow not allow the non-BJP, non-Congress parties come together and claim for government forming, because it is true that BJP talks about third front is an idea of the past, or it is a fiction, it is history. Then
idea.
Why should they keep talking about the so-called third front? That is my question. If it has nothing to do with the current political development or situation, why should BJP continue to discuss the so-called third front? It means BJP is down the line is rattled.
But then aren't you happy then that the Congress is talking about a third front already? Because then you would need one of the two formations, no? And that would more likely be the Congress in the case of the third front.
As far as left parties are concerned, we have been campaigning to remove Congress from power, at the same time not to allow BJP to come to power. And we are asking the people to give their verdict in favor of non-BJP, non-Congress, secular democratic parties, including regional parties and left parties. The country needs an alternative, a pro-people alternative to both Congress and BJP. And now, since Congress is conceding its defeat, and we'll have to see what Congress is going to do.
Interesting points you raised there. I'll take that to Mr. Kesavan first. That Mr. Kesavan, the moment your senior leaders in the party start talking about the possibility of a third front, reports then start coming out of your party headquarters about Rahul Gandhi looking at long-term restructuring. He's not in favor of supporting any front and so on. It seems that the Congress has thrown in the towel.
Congress party is very happy with the way the election has progressed up till now. The Congress party is running on its record. The Congress party is very confident, and I'm sure that we'll do as good as last time. And I think we're very confident that we'll form the government and ensure all the secular forces together stop these divisive forces of the which are there's a very clear fight here in this election. I think there will be a consolidation of the secular forces, and the Congress party is bound to form the government. And I think I'll tell you one thing, Nidhi, this happened in 2004. There was this big India Shining campaign, and BJP fell a victim of their own hype. 2009, again the pollsters said Congress is going to bite dust. Advani ji and Lok Purush, they again bit dust. The BJP lost. It's the same thing, the hype with Modi ji now.
But would you concede that there is a debate within your party about whether or not a third front?
For the UPA.
But would you at least admit that there's a debate within your party about whether or not there should be support to a third front formation?
Third front...
Don't say you're going to get 300 seats
concept, now. Nidhi. Third front is a notional concept. No, there is. You tell me that you see the inherent contradictions there. You have Mayawati ji who cannot get along with Mulayam ji. That's one. You have somebody like the left who can't get along with Mamta ji. Both of them are against the BJP. You have somebody like ADMK and DMK who are both attack the BJP who can't get together. Where is this third front? That's why I'm telling you it's notional, and I think they're completely, I think it's a big hoopla is being made about them. I think the Congress is confident, and the Congress will lead the secular forces in the country when the next government is
but
formed.
then you are discounting what Ahmed Patel said, what Jairam Ramesh said about it. These are your party leaders, Salman Khurshid also. They all said they were ready to have talks with like-minded parties on a third front. So you're contradicting them. So there is a division.
No, Mr. Ahmed Patel ji has... Not at all. Mr. Ahmed Patel ji has made it very clear. Today, the spokesperson, when he addressed the Congress briefing, was very clear. He said there is no talk about third front. The Congress is confident and we'll form the government. And let us assume one thing, Nidhi. The poll pundits are going, all over the place, talking about reduced numbers. I don't want to even indulge in speculation, but even with 145 seats, in UPA 1, the Congress formed a stable government and gave a good government to the people of India for 5 years. So let's keep that in mind too.
Okay, Piyush Goyal has been smiling away, sitting there. Piyush Goyal, are you amused with only what Mr. Kesavan has said or with what Mr. Raja has said? Because you know that there is a very real possibility that regional parties will play a very important role in whatever government may, ultimately come after the 16th of May. You won't discount that, I'm sure.
Well, actually, I'm not even required in this debate because Mr. Raja and Mr. Kesavan are enough to fight with each other, which is the only possibility, if at all they were to even try
we don't
and
look for fights
together
on TV. Who
any
said
such
so?
front. No, I mean, that's fine, but what I mean to say is you saw what happened in 89. They got together. We also actually had supported at that time, but the third front hardly had a few months. Then there was another party. Then in 96, you saw two governments come and go. One of the governments actually went in 90 because the Congress leader, then leader, felt two policemen were snooping outside his house and he withdrew support on that pretext. So basically the Congress not only is a confused party, but it is also a party which doesn't know what it wants to do. You have some leaders saying they want to support a third front because they've already realized that they can't even get 3-digit number in this election. Then you have the leader who comes in today and says that no, but our spokesperson has said we don't support third front. And rightfully Kesavanji has said that Mayawati Mulayam can't see eye to eye, Mamta left can't see eye to eye. Any case, I don't think the left also will get into double digit, forget having any role to play in the future. So the situation is, the country is voting decisively for Narendra Modi. No. In the race, he is so far ahead that the second is so far behind they can't even possibly coalesce a group around them to give any challenge. So now you have a situation that parties which oppose Narendra Modi now have realized that even in their own state they may not win a single MP. So they have started supporting another idea which is a failed idea and saying that no, maybe he will win against Mr. Modi in Varanasi. So it's a complete confused situation. The people are voting for a decisive mandate.
I'm going to take that to Mr. Raja again before I come to Shahid.
Government. Only Mr. Modi can provide that today.
No, the inherent contradictions in a third front, in an alternative front that both Mr. Kesavan and Mr. Piyush Goyal talked about are actually facts. Because we've seen the lack of success of these formations in the past. And how do you deal with those inherent contradictions when you have so many parties with contradictory ideologies?
There are contradictions, I agree. There are contradictions within Congress. There are contradictions within BJP and Sangh Parivar. Don't say there is no contradiction. Otherwise, BJP should not have lost several senior leaders at the time of elections. So there are contradictions. How to resolve contradictions, how to find a solution. That is politics. And people should understand since 1977-78 onwards, there were several coalition governments in the country. People are looking for a better coalition always. Today, what people look for is a coalition which can provide an alternative to both Congress and BJP to their policies. When I say this, there was a situation in 1996. I was very much present in the formation of United Front government, and Mr. Kesavan, our Congress spokesperson, should understand Congress conceded defeat at that point of time, and BJP was given the opportunity to form the government. That government could not last for more than 13 days. That was the time United Front emerged on the basis of a common minimum program. And let us understand, they talk about UPA 1. UPA 1 was backed by the left parties with a strong presence of the left in parliament, and there was a common minimum program. Now UPA 2 started with inherent contradictions. That is the biggest failure, weakness of UPA 2.
Okay.
As far as BJP is concerned, they had one NDA, national agenda for the governance. But what happened? The AIADMK broke with NDA, and that
so
led to the fall of the...
coalitions are contradictory,
so,
but maybe
that is exactly. Now what we need an alternative to the policies pursued by the Congress party and the BJP.
Okay,
and
let me just
I am asking them, what is the big difference between Congress and BJP as far as economic policies are concerned? foreign policies are concerned and other social policies are concerned, I can challenge
you're saying
both the parties.
You provide the complete alternative. Shahid Siddiqui, just weigh in on this. Do you believe that the third front is a serious option after the 16th of May? I mean, we don't know what the results of this election will be. Let's not sit and presume here. But, you know, do you believe that, you know, it is a serious option A, and B, that it's a viable one?
Nidhi, I agree with my very dear friend, Comrade Raja, that in India we must accept the reality of coalition fronts, and these coalitions have improved with time. We have learned, the parties have learned, the people have learned how to run these coalitions, point one. The second point I would like to make before I come to the seriousness of the coalitions is that Congress had conceded defeat long time back, and those who were talking to Congress leaders, cabinet ministers and senior leaders privately, they were telling them that, look, we will see to it that we get about 100 seats, around 120, 30 seats, and we see to it that a third front takes over and we are able to stop Narendra Modi. So their whole strategy has been to stop Narendra Modi at any cost, and they have been working on it for last 6-8 months. They considered defeat long time back, and that's why the Congress cadre was so demoralized. And the last point, the question you asked was that yes, it would have been a serious option if they would have been able to work out some kind of understanding and arrangement before the elections. But they were not able to do that. They failed to do that. And the inner contradictions within the third front are not just, differences of attitude, or they are basic fundamental differences of politics, which
and clash
is
of personalities.
very, very difficult to overcome.
Yes,
absolutely, personalities, politics, and how to gain power, and then there are a dozen presidential candidates, and half a dozen of them think that this is the last chance for them, they will not get another chance, and therefore they are extremely desperate to become prime minister.
Okay,
and that
quick
is
last
the
word
biggest
from both
undoing
Piyush
of this
Goyal and
so-called
Mr.
third front,
Kesavan. I have
and
30
it does not
seconds.
make it serious.
Mr. Kesavan first and then Piyush Goyal. Yes.
I'll go ahead. I just want to say one thing, Nidhi. Basically, I told you about the inherent contradictions in the third front, but there is one common thread. All of them stand for a pluralistic and secular India, and all of them are against Narendra Modi ji for his divisive and prejudiced parochial politics. You have seen this in the past few days.
12.5 minutes.
Everybody has attacked Narendra Modi ji. Everybody has attacked. So all I'm saying is this: though there are inherent contradictions after the elections,
Congress.
These forces will unite together and ensure that the social fabric of India remains as it was
you made your point quite interestingly. Piyush Goyal, last word, last 20 seconds, please.
Nidhi, this is the same old tape recorder of this so-called secularists, whereas Mr. Modi has proved his secularism with his track record. Today, the NDA comprises 26 parties. It is the largest rainbow coalition India has ever seen. We have Chandrababu Naidu down south. We have 5 more parties in Tamil Nadu. We have parties in the north like Akali Dal and Haryana Janat Party. We have parties in the east. Today, nationally, the nation is looking for a good, honest, strong, decisive leader.
And you made your
Mr.
point that
Modi
you believe
presents that hope and change to young India, and I think it will be a decisive majority for the BJP and the NDA.
I'm happy to announce to what everybody already knows, that there is only 15 days now left, exactly 2 weeks left. We will know what the results of this election are. Nobody will be happier than all TV anchors and all studios.
Finally, I understand my good friend Goyal and his party BJP are taking people for granted. That is the characteristic
you
of
think that they are overconfident?
Yeah, they take people for granted. That is the characteristic of a right-wing
Mr. Raja,
political party. What I am saying, let us wait till May 16. We will see the verdict of the people.
Believe me, we are all waiting till the 16th of May.
Comrade Raja, our vote in West Bengal will be more than the left.
Waiting till the 16th of May. Cannot wait for this to end. Thank you very much to all of you for joining us tonight on another interesting day of political developments. Thank you very much. We'll be back on Monday for another week of the day's big political stories. Do join us then.